A currency of heartache and sorrow. We breathe a stale with mold. To shadows we ourselves digging deeper every day. But emptiness is growing so old.
Today I show you how to play The Black Market by Rise Against. Welcome to the lesson I promised for September, planned for October, and is now out in November. The title track of the band's 7th album seems less complex than it actually is. This song is in my opinion a great example how the band stepped up their songwriting on this album. I would recommend you to be at least a secure to advanced player when you want to learn this song. It's based almost only on power chords and octaves, but the devil sits in all the details you have to memorize. Also, the lead and rhythm guitar have many different riffs, which can get quite long and hard to remember. Take your time and listen to the song to get the structure of the guitar part you want to learn. I try to cover up every important lead and rhythm part in one playthrough, but in the tab file they are both parts on their own, so you can decide later which version you want to play. No matter what version you choose, make sure you're secure in changing octaves and power chords clear and fast. And you should bring in some rhythmical feeling to get some chord changes and stops on the right beat.
A currency of heartache and sorrow.
The intro riff is basically just one chord. It's a simplified version of the F major 9th chord, which gets added a 4th at some points. To coordinate your fingers, it might help you when you first arrange your fingers to a standard F major chord, and then you're just moving the ring finger and the pinky down to the right position. Once you get used to it, it's very simple. The strumming is just downstroke, but make sure you play it staccato with muting all the strings with the side of your right hand immediately after playing them. Just the last section is played without staccato. The actual song kicks in with a fast-played riff. The lead guitar plays only octaves. The main strumming pattern, which is down, 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 up, up, down, up, down, up, will be used very often in the next riffs and is a rhythmical motif which leads through the whole song. When you're not playing the main strumming pattern, you play 16th strummed notes with alternate strokes. While the lead guitar ends the main riff with a ringing note, the rhythm guitar comes in with the F chord from the intro, but this time played with the strumming pattern I just showed you. In the last section of the riff you go with some power chords. You may already notice that the strumming pattern is still the same. Play the last two strokes of this riff as ghost notes. For the rhythm pre-chorus you only need power chords. Now the strumming pattern is a bit different. I like to begin with a strong upstroke to get some more energy, and to use the natural pause after that to get the rhythmical pattern of this riff straight. It's because it takes more time for your right hand to go down after a strong upstroke as it would from a down to an upstroke. For me this way feels more natural and gives the riff a nice flow, but you can begin that section with a downstroke if it feels more right to you. In the middle of this section pay attention to the staccato played power chord on the 4th fret. It's played as 1 long, 4 staccato and 3 short alternated strums. The rhythm chorus is played with only power chords too. I like to play the first half of it only downstroked and the second half with alternated strokes. For me it's like an adaptation of the drum sound which changes some accents after the first half of the chorus. And this section with the pick slide. The rhythm guitar plays the same strumming pattern like the lead guitar in the main riff, only with power chords and a tritonus. This chord adds some dissonance to the sound. Lead and rhythm guitar play the same. You might already notice that the lead guitar in this song plays almost only octaves. So for this lead pre-chorus you only need octaves too. It's a change between fast played 16th notes and some staccato notes. Practice this part slowly first to get the timing and the rhythm straight. The chorus of the lead guitar plays the first half with a 4-note palm-muted melody that's played with alternated picking. Not just slightly palm-muted. Lay down the whole side of your hand on the strings to get as few resonance from the strings as possible. Play the 4-note melody 12 times palm-muted and for the last 4 times with open strings. For the second half of the chorus play only octaves again. The strumming rhythm of the 16th note almost never changes while you're doing this section. So your left hand has to be good coordinated in changing the chords clear while the right hand is strumming permanently. The bridge is again just a bunch of octaves, nothing special. Just practice this section long enough to learn the order and the rhythm of the strumming. For the short interlude you only need 4 chords. These are the same chords from the pre-chorus. For the A power chord let ring the G and B string too, and the second power chord is played without the root note, but instead with the minor third and the open strings too. The last chorus of the lead guitar is a little bit different to the one before. Play the 4-note melody only with open strings and the octaves as a mixed variation of the bridge part. For the outro you need the 2 highest strings, E and B. On the B string play present notes while you leave the E string open. The last note which ends the song is on the 1st string on the 7th fret. Like I said, you can really recognize how Rise Against Music got more complex with this record. But after you know all the little details and learn every part, you can really have a lot of fun with this song. I'm really sorry that you had to wait this long for a new lesson. For the next lesson I'm planning to do either Survive or Entertainment. Tell me what's your favorite. I'm not sure if I can do another lesson before the end of the year because of my projects and exams at college, but at least in January it should be finished and there should be a new lesson out. In between there are coming some regular covers and tap screenings, of course. The next one is the Stick to Your Guns tap screening and it should be out at the end of November or beginning of December. Hope you liked this lesson and have fun while learning this song. Make sure to catch up my other Rise Against lessons and thanks for tuning in. I see you in the next video.